Hey guys, what's happening? This video is about for those non-believers out there, or agnostic members out there. I deeply want you to know Jesus, because to know Jesus is everything, and I feel like there's no reason not to follow Jesus. Do you know what I mean? Like, usually, I know because I had a period where I kind of lost my faith for a bit in my teens, where it felt like it was too hard basket to actually be a Christian. And there were certain facts in science that really, strung upon my mind, where I didn't know how to answer as a Christian. And I know that now God has helped me reveal, you know, science in a different way, and God, and make it known to me that science and God are not exclusive, but actually together. They support each other. But that's a bit of a tangent of what I'm trying to explain. I'm trying to explain that there is literally no harm in believing in Jesus. Like, what harm would there be? I know part of the harm that I thought I would have is that, oh, if I fill my brain with the virtues of Christ, or believing in Him, I'll be less than. I won't be as curious about the world, and about science, and about life, and being inquisitive on things, and being able to think for myself. Because if I just take on a belief, does that mean my mind is redundant? Because I just take on a belief now, I don't have to try and find belief or find meaning. The truth is, it's not true. That is a fallacy to believe that, oh, if you do follow Christ, there are constraints and stuff like that. Well, Christ does say, follow me, follow me, not the world. He means to, like, follow Him into righteousness with Him, into heaven. In the end of the day, he's concerned for all of us, because He knows the truth that this world will pass away. And like any good person, if you know something to be true, you want to advocate, or you want to advise, hey, by the way, this will happen. So if you want true life, hey, go this way. Like, imagine if you knew the forecast that, you know, there's going to be a car accident in a certain motorway, and you knew that, your loved ones will be heading towards that car crash scene, because they're driving on that road to work every day. If you knew that was going to happen ahead of time, wouldn't you advise, hey, just take this other route? It might be a longer route to go to work, but just do a bit of a detour here, and you'll find life, quite literally. And that's what really Jesus is doing, is that he knows the truth, and he wants to advise everyone, hey, I am the truth. All these other religions claim to know the truth, but they do not know where they are going. I know where I'm going. I know who sent me. I am the truth, so follow me. Does that mean you can't use your brain then? No. You're just merely accepting truth for what it is. A bit like, looking yourself in the mirror, and you realize that you're fat. You come to terms with, okay, look, I've gained a lot of weight. Now, merely by just putting sunnies on and not looking yourself in the mirror doesn't mean that you're not fat, But it's okay if you're fat. It means that once you accept that you are, then you can take corrective actions if you desire to. But, we have to live in this reality. And I think that following Jesus is more about reality than it is about, changing who you are. The changing and all that kind of stuff has never been a prerequisite to follow Christ. It was never something that we are meant to do before seeking His love or any kind of approval. I think through trauma and through hurt and through a lot of evil in this world, we can get hurt, and so we don't want to trust. We don't want to put our energy and trust in something that will fail us, and that's why we try to do the best we can to gain as much knowledge to be sure that we are going the right path. But I don't think it's a coincidence that by the time you get to you know your older age, say your 80s or whatever, you start to really knuckle down with like, where the heck am I going? It is clear that I'm aging. It is clear that my friends are perishing. Where the heck am I going? Surely there is more to life than this. And you find that more the oldies tend to be in churches, or start to develop some kind of faith. It may not be a Christian faith straight away, but they become more spiritual, often. Oftentimes that is the case. Maybe some may believe that evolution is to be true throughout their whole lives. That's cool. They might be right on their deathbed, and then they might have a kind of near-death experience with Jesus, and then they finally accept Jesus. But you don't have to, go through your whole life and get to that end stage to come to the truth. There's nothing you have to do to accept Jesus. Because in John 3:16 is that, for God so loved the world, he gave his only Son, that whoever believeth in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. Now, if those words are true, then it's merely just to research Jesus, learn who he is, and believe in him, and that's it. You've got everlasting life. Now, obviously, in terms of trying to find evidence to why that is the case, I'd advise to check out Kent Hovind, John Lennox, Frank Turek. There's some great names out there that explain evidence of why Jesus is truth compared to like evolution, where Frank Turek's book about I do not have enough faith to be an atheist. I recommend reading that book. Once you picture once you get the evidence and you have a pile of evidence, it becomes like a heart issue. Then you don't want to believe it to be true, and that's what I'm trying to come across here, is that it's okay to realize that you don't change. All it is just it's a mindset and also a heart posture to say, hey, there's something beyond me, and I believe Jesus is to be true. You don't have to then not care about the environment. You can still care about the environment. You can still care about learning about science and finding new innovation for the world, and we require all that. We've been given brains to think for ourselves and to discover and to be pioneers and entrepreneurs. I know for me, my stumbling block was either one or the other. I was either a non-Christian, and I can be inquisitive and curious and adventurous and a science man and finding truth from my research or through math or whatever. But you can do that with God as well. God doesn't tell you, no, you can't do that. And you don't have to go to church. Jesus is not putting a gun to your head to say you have to go to church. All he requires is your heart. He just wants you to spend eternal life with you. If you don't want to spend time with him in this world, what makes you think that he's going to force you to spend eternity with him? He's not going to do that. He just wants your heart. And by just merely, if you're an atheist or agnostic, if you literally just pray and be like, hey, Jesus, I don't know if you're true or not, but if you are true, I pray that you can reveal the truth to me more and more each day in my life, or help me come to know who you are, and just see what happens. If you still don't believe that Jesus is the truth, that's fine. But I just feel as though I wanted to share that you can be who you are by just accepting Jesus. Come as you are. You don't have to do anything. You just have to accept his love. Really, he's offering his love on a platter and nothing more. There is no agenda of a trade-off. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to be afraid of hell. You don't have to be afraid of all that kind of stuff. Just accept his love, and that's it. So anyway, let me know what you guys think about this topic of discussion, and yeah, I love having these conversations with you. So I'll catch you guys later.